to begin the drive. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. As we're about ready to rock and roll for the fourth and final quarter.
Here we go.
Here's McNabb. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down.
We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard.
He's airing it out for Williams, and he can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first, but at least it's fourth down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield.
Being chased out left. Now the ball comes loose. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And great field position coming up in the red zone at the 17-yard line.
Brandon, I don't want to violate any of our broadcasting rules by declaring a game over before it's over. But that one, that puts them in real jeopardy there.
Absolutely. It was a two-possession game. It is a two-possession game at this stage in the fourth. They needed points out of that drive.
And obviously now, no chance at all to get those points that they so desperately needed.
And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. On second down, here's Barkley. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3. Wrap this one up after this. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. They've got a third down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. Now a handoff. Here's Williams. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today. And Hauschka's kick is good. And that will get the lead up to 14. So they settle for just the 3. But clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off. But it's still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Out now come the legends. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it now because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. What's that word again? Symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
To throw, McNabb. And he checks this one down to LT out of the backfield. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. And now prior to this 3rd and 1, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Let's go. 38.
They'll look to throw. He'll check it off to LT, complete. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. Now back to throw. He's going to let it, and that's caught inside the 30. And he will score. It's a touchdown. Jerry Rice, 64 yards. And the Madden legends draw a bit closer.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting. But I am excited about this. I know you are.
And now it's blocked. So with just over a minute to play, this becomes a make-or-break onside kick. And the Bills are going to recover. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
All right, so the timeout over and all 11 men back out onto the field for the defense. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. On 2nd down, Williams fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. Deion Sanders, the one to bring him down. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
Now with the play clock almost gone, Sean McDermott's going to call for a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. On the give, this is their fullback. And a short gain down to about the 33. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
And sometimes it doesn't matter how big and strong and powerful you are. The defense is going to win an occasional battle, and they did on that one. Stopped him well short of picking up a first down.
And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these two teams meet. But until then, this game's over. And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about...
Whoa, wait a minute. Yeah, 49. Nice.
Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis, happy to be with you. And, Charles, we've got two teams who know each other extremely well. These division games, they tend to be battles.
People scout like crazy in this league, but no one scouts more than within the division. Because if you win your division, you're automatically in the playoffs. That puts extra emphasis on these games, and they can't wait to get at each other.
Josh Lambo now ready to put this one in the air. And off we go in Madden Ultimate Team. This fielded at the 2. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. On 1st and 10, Wilson. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And they didn't wait long to take a shot there, that's for sure. But it falls incomplete, and it's 2nd down.
But that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
2nd and 10 now, Wilson. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. 16 yards there, and the Bills have a 1st down.
Some think the teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. First carry now for Ricky Williams. And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that. Third and long, it's Wilson. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. The scramble good for a nice gain of 10 yards, but still 4th down.
I liked his effort there. He got it done on his own. But let's face it, he puts defenses in a really stressful spot when he takes off and runs because a lot of guys have coverage responsibilities.
Good job of rallying, though, because I thought when he first took off, he might pick up the 1st down. They'll run with Barkley. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
Check 50, check 50. Gun, gun. 14.
Here's Wilson on 1st and 10. Stepping up, he'll try and run. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the 1st down at a 21-yard gain. First trip to the red zone for the Bills. 1st and 10 at the 19. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. 11 more on that one and another first down.
Normally we're talking about a quarterback duel where they're matching each other pass for pass. How about the footwork in this one? Both of these guys running the ball well.
Yeah, they've mixed in the run game. You're exactly right. Now, both coaches might not like how much their quarterbacks have taken off, but another example right there of just good mobility. They'll try and run. This is Williams. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on second and goal here. Play action. Now Wilson. Flushed it. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And the Patriots have it. Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, it's the Patriots in possession to begin quarter number 2. They take over first and 10 deep in their own territory. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he'll go down for a loss inside his own 5 at the 4. I'm no offensive mastermind, but of all the guys on the field to block, you might want to stop him.
Look, I've got a very simple rule. An unblocked defender is usually your best defender, and he ended up making the play there.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. This one complete to Devin Funchess. And they
this little kid beats him to shit.
And a nice gain at 21 yards.
Let's go.
On first and 10, McNabb throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with a football.
Without a doubt, because he's right in.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
That's Bruce Smith, greatest player in the NFL
able to drop him for a loss of 4.
The greatest player.
Well, they were coming out of the fourth.
No one has
defensively
many sacks and never will have
right
much
side
as
from the
that.
DN.
And that's the blind side of most quarterbacks. If you're right-handed, that's the side you don't see quite as well. And that's why you rely on your left tackle, maybe your highest-paid offensive lineman, to take care of you.
Don't punt. I want the ball right there.
Now with third
Don't
down
punt
throw, but it
it. I need
misses
that ball
the
right there.
target.
That's the
Incomplete.
way. Play this out.
Oh,
Give me that
big
ball right
decision
there.
Here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field.
Let's go.
They'll try and throw for it here. And they
There you
take
go.
him down. The Bills
Thank
get
you.
to him. Calais Campbell in there to drop him. And it'll be a loss of about 8. My partner, I'm not really sure what in the world they were thinking on fourth and long there at this stage in the game, but you think social media may be firing up a little bit right now?
Oh, the coach is trending right now. Right? There's no doubt about it. People wondering what that decision was. But it takes me back to a number of years ago. A very successful coach in the league had told himself before a playoff game he was going to be aggressive. No matter what, he's going to be aggressive. And it ran his team into some real problems early, and they got upset in that playoff game. Let's see if this team can recover.
Well, that's aggressive in capital letters with glitter, 7 underscore. I mean, that's the definition of aggressive.
Yeah, you can almost hear the cheerleaders doing the be aggressive chant.
And he'll be wrapped up around the waist and pushed down. Von Miller coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8. Remain in a scoreless first half. Back to Foxborough after this. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Here's Wilson to throw. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he works takes it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. The screen good for 6, but it's not enough as it leads to a 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high-percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the 1st down. In this case, it didn't happen.
So still no touchdowns in the first half, but we do have some action on the scoreboard with the field goal.
So maybe now the mentality changes in this game because anytime you can get to the red zone, and if you don't come away with 6 points, you feel like it's a disappointment. In a game like this one, being able to kick field goals means you're right there, and then you're just looking for that big break to take you over the top.
This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Now the Patriots offense, they work their way back out onto the field. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd down. Out of the gun, McNabb. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was trying to get it to Tyreek Hill that time. And it's 3rd and 4.
Well, one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. McNabb to throw. Buying time to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Willie McGinnis with a big-time sack on 3rd down. And it'll be a loss of 7.
Flex round! Flex round!
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Man open, Rice. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Defensively, a bit of a collapse, allowing the 4th down play to result in 23 yards. Could we get a touchdown in this first half after all? It's 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. That one complete to Hill. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So now a fresh set of downs. 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. A dump underneath to Jones. Give him 2 yards on that play, and it's a 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. From the gun, here's McNabb. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter. A lot of time to change things. 7th play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8. And now the Bills are going to stop it as they call a timeout. As the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. 7th play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Now it's McNabb. Looking for Funchess, but it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And now nothing but green ahead of him. He's at the 40. Past the 20. 10. 5. And he will score. Touchdown, Buffalo. Stephen Hauschka for the point after. Hauschka adds the extra point, and the lead grows to 10-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they're able to return this one all the way up to the 45. The Patriots offense now, they work their way back onto the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
They'll throw now on the final play. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded at the 2. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. And the Patriots gearing up to go now. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
Let's go!
Now McNabb. Forced out to his left. He may try and run for this. And he showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry.
Flex round!
McNabb. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Ryan Shazier.